Hey everyone. So hopefully I'm doing this right. This is a bit of some new technology to me. But I realized when I was talking about my project of bridging the digital divide and how smartphones can play a role, I've used the term leapfrogging a lot. So the first resource I wanted to highlight was this website, Leapfrog Consulting. So granted, they're a little bit biased, but it does provide some interesting information. Primarily the fact that, as you can see here, 75% of the world's population, according to the study, of the 7 billion people in the world, have smartphones or cell phones, whereas only 30% are active internet users. So that creates a huge opportunity. And let me take this opportunity, I guess, to really define leapfrogging. What that means to me is instead of using traditional technologies like wired internet and PCs, leapfrogging is jumping over those technologies and using smartphones instead in nations that don't have that infrastructure. And yet another interesting insight that you can see from this website, it kind of shows the penetration of smartphones globally over the years. And so the red line shows relative to all internet users, it shows the dramatic increase of smartphone penetration. So just really showing how powerful leapfrogging can be in terms of a platform for developing blended learning in nations that don't, and regions of the US for that matter, that don't really have that internet or computer infrastructure. Let's go to the next link. I also thought it was useful. This is as of 2015, so a little bit dated, especially in our current digital age, but to show kind of a map globally of internet access. So the darker blue, as you can see, are regions with substantial internet access, computers, mobile phones, whatnot. And so you can see that Europe and Russia, interestingly, Canada, United States, most of North America, and then with starting with Mexico and then South America has more limited access. And then when you get over to Africa and certain parts of like Southeast Asia, you can see that the access to internet is much lower. So what this tells us is these are places that are prime in terms of opportunity for smartphone penetration and can really gain the most out of this leapfrogging situation and blended learning via a mobile platform. And so let's see if I can get my next link up. And this is just an article I found on the digital divide talking about bridging it. And it points out some good, where was it? Sorry. Resources about how, here we go. The digital divide is not just about technology access, which is something I've highlighted, but it's also about technology literacy. So both in terms of educators and in terms of students and in terms of language barriers, bridging the digital divide really is more than just, getting smartphones in the hands of these people, but also creating platforms that are usable and teaching individuals, both teachers and students, how to use this technology in a useful and meaningful way. Because at the end of the day, if they have technology but they're not properly leveraging it, it really is serving no purpose. So I think that leapfrogging and the widespread implementation of smartphones is really going to be a crucial part in helping to bridge the digital divide as far as education and allow a much larger portion of the world to have access to modern technology that can help facilitate their education and standardize it in some meaningful and powerful ways.